Orlando has been named the #1 hotspot for 2015. The foreclosure rate is at an absolute low in Central Florida. And finally, International Drive iDrive 360 is prepping for its grand opening.
This shit that ice cold, Michelle fight for that white gold. This one for them hood girls, them good girls, straight masterpieces. Styling, wildin', living it up in the city. Got Chuck's on with Saint Laurent, gotta kiss myself, I'm so pretty. I'm too hot.
Hey everyone, it's Chris Grenier here with America Homes, and it's a sunny Friday morning here in beautiful Orlando, Florida. So it's time for another episode of Coffee with Chris. So as I mentioned in the introduction here, Orlando was just ranked #1 by Priceline.com for hotspots of 2015. Now obviously you've been listening to me go on and on about all of the great things happening in the local area, but it's not just me saying it. Now you have the world's largest travel agency, Priceline.com, confirming it, with all of the great new things being built around here, such as iDrive 360 that I'm going to get into in a few more minutes, the world's largest roller coaster, the Orlando City Soccer Club, as well as the expansion of the Disney Springs. It's just an absolute tourist attraction now, even more so than it was a couple of years ago. It is the #1 tourist destination in the world after all, but now when you have specific sites such as Priceline.com, which everybody and their brother knows, ranking it as the #1 spot that people are really looking forward to going to and as the hotspot of 2015, it's just another trophy to put on the shelf here in Central Florida. Now another great thing that we found out about as well too is the fact that Orlando specifically is actually leading the state in mortgages. New mortgages and especially new development is more popular than ever here in Central Florida and specifically Orlando because of all of the beautiful new developments and communities being built in the area, and first time and even second time home buyers are now taking advantage of the booming housing market as well as the low interest rate on mortgages. So when you see mortgages and people buying houses for the first time, that is an incredible improvement to the economy, but it also does wonders for the long-term effects for the capital gains in the housing market. So with what the housing market has done in the past 20 to 24 months or so, with anywhere from an 18 to 25% gain, depending on where you look, a lot of it has to do with not just the foreclosures being dried up and investors taking advantage of those, but it's also with first-time home buyers buying new build developments and really kind of capturing the incredibly low interest rates on mortgages right now. Now, another great thing that I started to touch upon as well too is the fact that iDrive 360, which has been the long anticipated debut of the multi-unit tourist attraction right there in the heart of Orlando and International Drive that everybody knows. They have not only the world's largest roller coaster going up there, the new 435-foot Ferris wheel, the Eye of iDrive as they call it, but they also have about 40 to 50 new restaurants and retail shopping going up there, including a place called the Cowgirl Rock Bar, which sounds really cool to me, Ben & Jerry's ice cream parlor, a place called the Sugar Factory. So, you know, leave it to America to have an ice cream parlor next to a place called the Sugar Factory. But SeaWorld as well is actually going to have a nice aquarium there too. So it's going to be a little mix of everything. They're really kind of targeting every single, not only genre of age, but as well as the convention goers, the people here on holidays, but also the locals as well, such as myself and the rest of us that work here at America Homes. So there's so much going on in the local area. And, you know, as much as the locals tend to shy away from the tourist stuff, just because, you know, as much as we enjoy and absolutely love having all the tourists here, you know, it gets a little hectic during the busy time. So we tend to shy a little bit more to the local joints. But with all of those cool things that are going on in International Drive, it's just going to be an absolute great time for everybody. And one of the other things that I mentioned a couple months ago is the Four Seasons Hotel that Disney opened. Now, I was super excited when this first opened because Disney has some beautiful hotels such as the Grand Floridian, the Polynesian, and the Contemporary, but they don't have a 5-star luxury resort until this Four Seasons opened. And it actually was just ranked on Travel + Leisure's magazine, its list for 2015 among 43 others around the whole nation. It was actually the only one in Central Florida that made it on the list. just to give you a little bit of an insight on how exclusive of a property that actually is. Mind you, it does start at about $400 to $500 a night at that resort, but if it's within your budget and you certainly have a taste for the finer things in life, then you're going to get all you could possibly imagine there at the Four Seasons. So I hope that gives you a little bit more insight about what's happening in the local market here in beautiful, sunny Orlando, Florida. There's a lot of progress being made from every single angle of the economy here, and I certainly hope that you get to get an opportunity to fly out here and see it for yourself firsthand. So I hope you have a fantastic weekend. Please do not hesitate to ask us any questions that you can think of, comments, concerns, or anything that's on your mind. My email is chris@americahomesllc.com, and you can reach us at any time on our office line at 407-530-3305. So again, this is Chris Grenier with America Homes. Have a great weekend.